Hey guys, so Ubisoft has been doing some pretty crazy things lately. So in case you don't know, in case you've been living under a rock lately, a few days ago they said that Assassin's Creed Unity is going to be locked at 900p 30 frames per second on both the PS4 and the Xbox One. And then someone from Ubisoft, I think it was one of the top developers or directors, said that they decided to lock both consoles at the same resolution so that they could avoid all these debates and console wars and stuff like that. And then as soon as that happened, the PS4 no parity hashtag started trending, like everybody started talking about this. And as expected, a lot of PS4 fans got really mad because we all know the PS4 is more powerful than the Xbox One. So it's not really fair for PlayStation fans to suffer just because of the fact that the Xbox One is less powerful. Now, a lot of people think that Microsoft paid Ubisoft to make this happen, but we don't really know for sure, like there's no proof. So now, pretty much every fan base out there has their own opinion on what's going on here. So, take the PC guys for example. Now, I noticed two opinions coming from the PC fanboys. So some PC guys are saying, well, now you know how it feels. Because, you know, so many multiplats these days don't really reach their full potential on PC. Because a lot of developers don't want console owners to feel left out or feel that they have a lesser version of the game. And a perfect example of this is Watch Dogs. And they do have a point when they say that. I'm not going to say I completely agree with them, but they do have somewhat of a point. Because a lot of third-party developers these days care more about console owners than PC gamers. Now, other PC guys are saying, well, if you care that much about resolution and frame rate, why don't you just get a PC? Now, I agree and disagree with that statement. I agree because a lot of people that play on consoles these days expect developers to make each and every game run at 1080p 60 frames per second, especially the people that are new to gaming that just bought a next-gen console. Like, that's just not gonna happen, especially with the Xbox One. So for those types of people, I do think they should think about getting into PC gaming. But I also disagree because there's a lot of people that had an Xbox 360 last generation but then switched to PlayStation because they knew that the PS4 is the superior console. So it's only fair for those people to think that they're getting the best version of a game on consoles because they picked the console that was the most powerful. So it's normal for them to think that they're getting the best version of a game as far as consoles go. Now, if you look at the Xbox fan base, a lot of Xbox One fanboys are saying that it's because of the PS4 that the game can't run at a high resolution, because the Xbox One's processor runs at a higher clock speed than the PS4's, and I completely disagree with that. Because if that were the case, then why has pretty much every multiplat that has ever come out this generation ran at a higher resolution on the PS4? Because if the Xbox One's processor runs at a higher clock speed, and that actually made a difference for games, don't you think at least a few games would run better on the Xbox One? So it's really funny how all these Xbox One fanboys are just reaching out and grabbing onto anything they can find to make the PS4 look bad. It's kind of funny, it's entertaining. So now, as if all of this wasn't bad enough, Ubisoft came out again and said that 30 FPS is better than 60 frames per second for gaming. And that is crazy. Because, some movies like The Hobbit run at 48 frames per second, even though most movies run at 24 frames per second. So that apparently means that 30 frames per second is better for games because it makes it more cinematic. That's basically what Ubisoft is saying. And I think that is crazy. Because you're comparing watching a movie to playing a game. Those are two completely different things. Because when you're playing a game, you're actually part of the experience. You can actually feel what's going on. But with movies, you're just watching it. You're not part of the experience. So I just think it's really stupid that Ubisoft, one of the most experienced developers of all time, is saying that 30 frames is better than 60 frames. Now, I'm not much of a graphics whore or anything like that, but 60 frames per second is always better than 30. Like, that's just a fact. It's just really smooth and fluid compared to 30. So all of this is just really sad and funny because EA has been named the worst company in all of America. So after all of this, I wouldn't be surprised if Ubisoft ends up claiming that title. Like, it's just really funny and sad. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what your opinion and thoughts are down in the comments below. Like, If you're a PC fan, what do you think about all of this? If you're an Xbox One fan, what do you think about all of this? Or if you're a PlayStation fan like me, does this anger you, or do you even care? Now, personally, I'm not really a fan of Assassin's Creed, so this doesn't really bother me that much. But overall, I think I agree with PlayStation fans that are mad, and the PC guys that say that this is what we have to go through all the time. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.